Hello again. In this session, in this wrap-up session, I want to explain some important dates for this project and the spring conference. So let me start. But let me go back to this overarching project goals. But I'm not going to go into the details because I have already gave this lecture. And I just want to really highlight the goals of this year's overarching project goals and this year's project goals. So when you watch this video, I want to encourage you to go through these goals. So now, and just a quick review of 3 research phases and 2 deliverables. So we have 3 research phases, but students need to submit just 2 deliverables. First is a mini project where students are going to focus on fact finding, basic facts, like a world nuclear overview and nuclear science, basics of nuclear science. And in research phase 2, students are going to begin to identify specific problems. And this research phase 2 is going to be part of the final project. And research phase 3, this is also part of a final project. And in this research phase 3, students are going to find their own solution and conclusion. So if you need to review the assignment and goals, please visit my other lecture where I explained this year's new research outcomes and goals. So now let me talk about some deadlines of each deliverables and important date. So students are supposed to submit mini project after students have finished research phase 1. So this year, actually this coming year, the deadline of the mini project is Monday, February 10th. Monday, February 10th. So please send your mini project to me via email. And if the project files are very big and difficult to send via email, you can also share via Google Drive or Dropbox. But please, this happens every year, and I don't know why, but some files are very difficult to open. So when you, and especially we are engaging 3 different countries, so it's good to have, it's wonderful to see the amazing work, like a lot of videos, but I just want to make sure that all of your files can be opened on this side. Okay, so the final project, again, the final project contains research phase 2 and 3. So first, while you are doing a research phase 2, as I said, research phase 2 and research phase 3 cannot be separated. So first thing you may want to do is decide your topic in your final project. So I would like to know your topic by Friday, February 21st. And of course, you may change your topic at the last minute, but since research phase 2 is part of your final presentation, I think it's good to start thinking at the early stage. So I really want you to decide your topic by this date. And please email me your topic. And at that time, you don't need to come up with a precise title of your presentation. And of course, it's difficult, but for example, if you are going to focus on Iran's nuclear issues, or you are going to focus on North Korea, or you are going to focus on US-Russia arms control issues, or you are going to focus on more multilateral nuclear disarmament issues like nuclear weapons ban treaty or something like that. So just to give me some idea on what you are going to do for your final presentation. And outline, and then I need to see your outline of your final project and 1 or 2 paragraph summary of your presentation to be posted on the conference booklet. So the deadline of outline and your paragraph is Monday, March 2nd, 2020. So when you send outline, I also want to ask you to send a summary together. But the summary is going to be posted on the conference booklet, which will be published. But the outline is more internal use, just for on our side. So it's okay to send me some rough outline, but I would like to see some solid paragraph to be posted on the conference booklet. Then final project draft. I would like to see the final project draft by Monday, March 16. This is about 10 days before the conference. And I will talk about conference itself in a minute. Then the final project submission for presentation is Monday, March 23rd. So in the past, every year, almost all the schools are going to make last minute final changes, and that's totally understandable and that's fine. But I still want you to send me the final project by March 23rd, like almost a complete version of your presentation. So the spring conference is going to be in Monterey. And I think I already told you, but the conference is going to be Friday, March 27th, conference day 1 at our campus, same Irvine Auditorium. And the second day, the Saturday, March 28th. And at this point, I am going to make one important change in the conference based on the feedback I received from many of you after the 29th. Oh, and I am very sorry. This is a 2020 spring conference. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to change this. 2020 spring conference. So yeah, so we are going to have a 2 full days conference because one of the comments I received from your students wanted to have a more interactive session, and students wanted to have a more time to talk with other students. And usually we finished the second day right after lunch. And of course, we went to aquarium. And of course, students had time to talk, but it was a little bit hectic, and it's difficult for them to find the time. So I thought it's good to extend by half day. So we are currently working on to have a 2 full days conference, including some breakout sessions. And again, I apologize that it's 2020 spring conference. So you will see very rough schedule. And again, I will certainly send you more details schedule as the date approaches. But this way you will see some good idea. So on Wednesday, March 25th, international participants are going to arrive. And there will be host family meetup. And yeah, And on Thursday, 26, US participants are going to arrive. And on the Thursday, we plan to have some, on Thursday, we will have a orientation for international students and cross-cultural activities for all the participants, including the US participants, because usually the US participants are arriving one day before the conference. On the day, we will have a rehearsal. So we still need to decide the timing of the rehearsal and cross-cultural activities, but I will certainly let you know the details. And the Friday is a conference day 1, and the full day and the Saturday conference day 2. That also includes some breakout sessions and award ceremony. So like previous years, each school is going to make a presentation, but I also want to include some panel discussion among the students and breakout session, like a small group discussion, so that students can interact each other more profoundly. And the Sunday, again, this is still tentative, but we want to see if we can go to aquarium on Sunday. Then American students are leaving on Sunday, sometime on Sunday, and Monday, March 30th, international participants are going to leave. Again, this is still very rough schedule, and I'm sure that there might be some changes, but I hope this gives you some idea on how it looks like during the conference week. So spring conference and the presentation, I want to talk a little bit more about the conference itself. So presenters, I want to ask each school to bring 2 students as presenters in principle. And if you have any concern about the number of students, please contact me directly, because I want to be flexible, but I really want to discuss if you have any problem in bringing, like if you have any issue in terms of the number of students. So especially local schools, usually they can bring more than 2 students because it doesn't involve any travel costs or accommodation. But I also want to keep some good balance between among all the presenting schools. For example, if one school only bring 1 student, which is also some case for especially some international schools, but some schools have 10 presenters. It's a little bit, strange, but again, I really want to discuss that kind of things case by case. But so this is some a general idea on the conference presentation. So 2 students in principle, and the presentation time is approximately 15 minutes and about 10-minute Q&A session. And also this may be also changing because if we have more schools, we may need to make some different arrangement, because we also want to include some students panel discussion. And we do have a breakout session on the second day. And we also want to have some more interactive session. So I will encourage students to ask a lot of questions, but for students to do so, I really want to try to share students' presentation with everybody beforehand, so that you will have a better idea on each school's presentation. But this may be a little bit difficult because I usually receive a presentation slides at the very last minute. That's why I think it's great if I can get your summaries and outline and some topic of presentation beforehand. Based on the schedule asked in my previous slides. And this year, I am also thinking to have some nuclear weapons free world poster exhibition. So I'm going to send more details, information, and instruction, and I may need to make this optional, but I am inspired by some art exhibition and poster contests done by other organizations, and also some other schools who are independently participating in lots of exhibition and sending poster contest and postcard contest. And I guess whom I'm talking about. So I just thought art is also a very good tool to inspire nuclear disarmament education. So I'm really thinking about to do this. And I will certainly consult with the teachers and give you some information. And the dress code, as usual, this is a business attire for both teachers and the students. And the detailed dress code and the other code of conduct will be sent when the conference dates are getting closer, most likely in March, early March. And we always really appreciate any volunteers, teachers volunteers to help us some activities, some cross-cultural activities. So I will ask teachers to help us to be a facilitators of some activity session. And some logistics, so accommodation. So foreign students, Japanese and Russian students will stay at host families, and all teachers and students stay at hotel in Monterey. And then we are currently working on these logistics, and I will contact you separately to discuss all the logistics. And I will also send you some spring conference registration form. I sent an invitation letter to, I believe, all of you, but this registration form gives me the clear idea and your commitment to participate in the project. And also what kind of preparation your school is planning to do and what kind of post-conference activities, briefing sessions your school is planning to do. So you will have opportunity to write all those kind of things on this registration form. And I will start a travel arrangement as soon as possible, most likely in January, and I'm going to contact individually because travel arrangement is quite complicated and it's a little bit different by school, so I will contact you individually. So I may want to have some follow-up session of this teacher's workshop if necessary, because not so many teachers were able to join the live, but I am aware that many of you are watching the videos. But if you necessary and if we have a lot of requests, I'm happy to have some like a follow-up session sometime in January using Zoom. And again, if you have any question, please email me anytime. It's the best way to ask questions. And we continue to update our project website to post all the workshop materials. And we created a Facebook group and a Facebook page. And we have a Twitter, Instagram to promote programs. So Facebook group is more internal usage. So sometimes I share some useful resources on the Facebook group, but I will never use Facebook or social media for some essential communication. I will use email for any essential communication. So even if you are not on the social media, please don't worry about it. You will not miss any important information. The other thing I'm also thinking is I would like to do some mentorship program. So what I am thinking is I'm going to ask our graduate students and also our summer undergraduate interns or some like a past CIF participants, CIF alumni, to be a mentor of this year's participants. I think this way the CIF participants get more like a diverse perspective on the programs, not only from teachers or our center, but from the past participants or college students or our graduate students who are studying non-proliferation issues. So yeah, I'm really thinking about to do this mentorship program, but this mentorship program is not just for the CIF conference, but for the disarmament education on the whole. So even after the CIF Spring Conference, this mentorship program can continue. So yeah, so I'm now working on this and I will let you know how this is going to work. Also, we have some new schools this year and our veteran schools. So I think some veteran schools can help new schools and pre-post and also pre-conference activities and post-conference activities at each school is a very important portion of the program. So again, any other questions? If you have I see one teacher is online, and again, visit our Facebook page, our website. I want to encourage you to join our group if you are on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and our center's Twitter account where you can find information. So as for the question, let's see. Yeah, so mentorship program is a great idea. Thank you. Yeah, I would really like to do that. And maybe American, I don't know how it works, but I do not want to limit to just the same country mentor. Like, for example, Japanese students can get American mentors and Russian students can get American mentors or opposite. So I will see how it goes. Anyway, I'm sure that you have a lot of questions once you start the project, and as we go through the project towards the spring conference, I'm sure that you will have a question, but believe me, I will contact you very often. So I'm sure that you will not miss important information, but if you have any question, please feel free to contact me anytime. So again, thank you so much for all of your dedication to this important program. Without teachers, we really cannot do this project. And I'm always so privileged to work with such dedicated teachers and amazing next generation leader students. So I'm super excited to work with you for this year's project. So thank you so much. And this concludes all the teachers workshop. Thank you.